Welcome back to Hey Kentucky. Now, we can all agree in general 2016 sucked across the world, but it sucked more for the University of Louisville than almost anybody else. It was as scandal-plagued a year as is possible for any school to have. I wanted to take a second to look back upon it because I don't want it to pass without folks realizing just what happened there in the city of Louisville. We'll start on the basketball side. It may seem like a long time ago, but it was only a year ago when the news broke of Katina Powell and the prostitution scandal with U of L basketball. You may remember that assistant coach Andre McGee hired prostitutes for recruits and players and that they had the rendezvous in the U of L dorm. Now, that is insane, but here's what's even crazier. Somehow, they really haven't gotten in trouble yet about it. Rick Pitino denied knowledge, most people said he didn't know, and so far, everyone is still employed at the school. I need to repeat, this was a prostitution scandal in the dorms at a major university, and somehow they all still have their jobs. Nice, way to go, U of L. But that wasn't even all. The football team ended the year with another scandal, this time the appropriately named WikiLeaks. If you remember, Bobby Petrino and his staff apparently somehow got copies from the Wake Forest radio announcer of all the Wake Forest plays, trick plays, etc. going into the game. Wake Forest said they heard that Louisville had them, they ended up not running the plays, and Bobby Petrino came out afterwards and said, "I had no knowledge." Tom Jurich, the athletic director, somehow made it worse by coming out immediately and saying, "Hey, this is no big deal. You all are distracting us from our bowl game." It was a complete PR disaster. And then in addition, they found a way to lose to Kentucky, have a Heisman winner that in the bowl game couldn't score a touchdown, and Bobby Petrino became not just a jerk, but a bad coach at the same time. However, most of U of L's scandals were even more serious. What about President James Ramsey? He ends up resigning in disgrace after all kinds of financial malfeasance was found throughout the university. The governor of Kentucky fired an entire board, a court judge brought him back, and the entire school looked like it was in complete disarray. It ended up being so bad that U of L almost lost its accreditation from the national set of university standards because of the governor's actions. It was a complete cluster and actually somehow made the basketball and football program look like it was being run correctly. And then there was, of course, the Yum Center, which over the next couple of years might end up going bankrupt. All of the bonds could default, and everybody is sitting there wondering what's going to happen. The governor has once again stepped in and said they're going to have to adjust the relationship between the city and the university, because if they don't, the taxpayers of Jefferson County and Kentucky will end up being the ones that are punished. So my point in all this is to say, over the course of the year, this has been one of the worst years a university could have. At every single level, U of L has found a way to embarrass our state and themselves. And yet, with the exception of baloney head President Ramsey, no one has lost their jobs. And most people are in a better position now than they were before. I have to tell you, I love to make fun of U of L. It's a lot of fun. But I hope they get their stuff straight over the course of the next year. I care about the state of Kentucky more than I care about making fun of U of L athletics, and they have been a complete and total disgrace in 2016.